Hello friends, this is Harshal and welcome to my YouTube channel, that is Harshal's Cloud. And in this video I'm going to discuss on the very first topic, that is invoke the lambda function in our code pipeline. Then the second topic I will be discussing on, that is cloudformation, AWS cloudformation, that we are going to deploy the application by using cloudformation, right? Then the third one is that I will discuss on the codestar, right? So what is the codestar and how it is useful, so that we will discuss in the end of this video. So guys, let's get started. So the very first thing, okay, so in the last video this is the complete pipeline we have created, right? So the first, so this is this we call it as a run over. Okay, so this is the first run over 1, then run over 2, that is testing, then run over 3, right, deploy stage, and then production stage, prod stage, that is run over 4. So there are 4 run over, right? And okay, so what I do, I just need to edit this, okay, and I want to invoke lambda. By using lambda I want to test the code, right? So we have already have this testing stage, so here below that I can add the stage, right? So lambda testing, okay. So we have done that lambda testing, and we can add, where is, okay, so here is lambda testing, and we can add the action group here, right? So if I want to add action group, that is I can give any name, that is lambda testing. Then action provider, it should be lambda, right? AWS lambda, that is the action provider. Here in the we need to create the lambda function, right? And there I need to add some testing code that will be test our website, right? So I need to test, so the input artifacts you can take, I can take that testing artifact, right? Or we can take the source artifact, right? Then function name, so we have not created, I guess there is a function, okay, there is a function I need to create again. And then use parameter, and here we can simply add the URL, I mean to say that DNS, public DNS of the EC2 instance, so that we can add here with HTTP, this one, right? So it will complete make a URL. And also the output artifact, we can give any name, that is lambda artifact, okay. So the very first thing, okay, so what we miss here, we have to create the function, right? We have to create the lambda function. So for this I need to here lambda function. So I'm going here and I want to create a lambda. First of all, I delete this so that there is no confusion will arise. Okay, now create lambda function. So I create lambda function from scratch, then we can give any name, that my function, my test function, right? Then node.js, I'm taking this runtime, that is node.js. Then architecture is okay, and advanced setting we will check. No, I don't need any kind of setting. So I just create the function, so it will create a while in a while. So the function has been created, right? So what it is, successfully created my function. You can now change its code and configuration to invoke your function with test event, right? So choose test. Okay, so what we have to do, we have created the lambda function, right? So this is my test function, right? So we need to change the role here. So for that reason I need to go here and role, right? I am role. When we have created the lambda function, then the role has been also created. The lambda role has been created. So first we need to identify where is the lambda role. So lambda, so where is lambda role? Okay, again I need to, so my test function, right? So here should be my test function. So here you can see that my test function role, okay, it is created, and this is the lambda function, AWS service. So just click on it, and here we have to add one more policy, attach policy, or we can create inline policy. So we are going to create inline policy, and yes, we can create here inline policy. So right now I don't know that what policies I should write here. So in that case, what we have to do, we simply go here, okay, here just refer to documentation, right? So okay, here simply you can search for code pipeline, right? Okay, so now you are in code pipeline. What is code pipeline? Here is the code pipeline, and if you go down here, you can see that working with action. So just drop down here, and we want to invoke lambda. So invoke a lambda function in a pipeline. So this is the function, this is the thing that we want, right? So here if you go down, you will get all the steps that how can we create the lambda function, how can we invoke the lambda function. Okay, so the very first thing, create a pipeline. We already had a pipeline, then we had already created the lambda function. Then the next thing is that we have to add lambda function to a pipeline, right? So for adding the pipeline, there should be the steps that we need to follow. If we go down here, you will get the IAM role, right? So this one, okay, we have created the lambda function, but in addition to that, we need to add this this policy, right? So we just copy that. Okay, so code pipeline put job successful and code pipeline put job failure result, right? So both these actions need to be added, because what happened when we create the role, that we are actually giving access or permission of the lambda function to our pipeline, right? So that code pipeline, this is the code pipeline permission, right? So what we do, we simply copy this. Okay, we simply copy this, and if we go here, no, okay, here, okay, so simply you need to and paste. Okay, so we have just added the policy, inline policy that we created. Okay, then review the policy, and you can give a name, that is test function. Okay, you can give any name, and then we are creating the policy. The new policy has been added to this role, my test role, right? So yes, we have got both the roles, both the policies added to this role. Okay, so we are good now. Now what we have to do, we have already created the function, right, my test function. So now we go to our pipeline. Where is pipeline? So yeah, here is the pipeline, and if we check the function role, okay, it is not okay. So my test function, so that is the role. Then my parameter, right? So what is the parameter? So here this is optional, right? If you don't mention parameter here, that is also okay, but I would like to tell you that how can we HTTP, and here you can give the DNS, public DNS of anyone. Okay, so right now I am giving public DNS of, okay, this one. Okay, okay, this one, whatever it is. So public DNS, I just copied that, and here I paste, right? So the output file after testing the Lambda, right, testing the artifacts from Lambda, then the new artifacts has been created, that we call it as a Lambda artifact. Okay, the name what we suggest here, it will be the artifact will be stored in S3 bucket, or by the name of that name, right, that output artifact name. So we done. Okay, done here, and now we are good. So save it. Right, so again I release the change so that it will start from the beginning. Okay, so for now I just pause this recording. Okay guys, so here I was waiting for a long time to success this stage, but this stage will not be success because we have just missed one thing. We have not add the code in the Lambda function, so that's why it is just loading and it is not completing or succeeded this stage, the Lambda testing stage. So for now, what we go to here in the documentation, right? So this is the second step to create the Lambda function. So just we just need to follow this this stage, and here if you go down, right, so copy the following code in the function code box. Okay, so we just need to copy this, right? So this is the code, right? So yeah, this is the code that we have to paste in the my function, right? Okay, if we just go here, right here, we can paste the code, and here is the code, right? So the code itself is for testing the website, right? So this all what we have the code written here, this is for testing the website, right? So if you just look at it, right, so this is the code pipeline job, and then okay, code pipeline put job successful result. If the code pipeline stage will be successful, then it will show the succeed message, right? And eventually it will test the, here you can see that status code. Okay, So the status code will be that will be 200. It if check if the HTTP response has a 200 status, right? So that function will test the code, the status code of the website, right? And yes, to succeed the job, test pass. So if you you can read the code, overall code, if you understand it, okay. Otherwise, if you don't know that what the actual code is written in the JSON format, then need not to worry, because the code that we have actually put in this function box, it's about texting the website, right? So yeah, I hope that you understand. So now what we have to do, we just need to deploy this code, right? We have now deployed the code on my test function, right? So yeah, lambda function. So now again we have to go to code pipeline, and again I need to release the change, and then we can see it will start from the beginning. So again I have to put it on hold or pause this video. Okay guys, so you can see that the lambda testing stage is succeeded. And now here if we go down, yeah, there is a manual approval, so we just give manual approval, that is go ahead and approve. Okay, so this stage is completed, and now it will be deployed on a prod server or prod environment. So yeah, I just wanted to confirm that if we that how can we invoke the lambda testing or the lambda function here in the code pipeline. So yeah, it is succeeded. Now the next topic is we will talk on the AWS code formation, cloud formation, right? So just like we are using here, okay, here the deployment, right? The code deploy is used to deploy the application on EC2 instance. The same way it is the similar that the cloud formation is also we can use as a for the deployment of the code or application. So yeah, so if we go down here, you can see that all the stage has been completed. And if you go here on EC2 instance and check that prod server, right, then you can see that application, right? So yeah, we have successfully deployed. So now we will be using the cloud formation. So for that I'm going here, that cloud formation. I will record a full-fledged video on cloud formation, where we will go into detail of the AWS cloud formation. So yeah, right now I just wanted to add the cloud formation here in the pipeline. So I open the cloud formation in the new tab. First of all, I would like to tell you that what is cloud formation and how can we use the cloud formation. So what we have to do here, we need to create a stack. Stack means what happened. So the cloud formation create the overall infrastructure, AWS infrastructure, right? We just need to give instruction in the YAML file, right? We need to create a YAML file, and in that YAML file, the whatever the resources we want, right, we just need to add in the YAML file. We should give instruction, right, and it will create a stack, and by running that stack, the whole infrastructure will be created, right, as per instructed in the YAML file. Or that YAML file, we can call it a template, Okay, it will directly use the template to create the whole infrastructure, the AWS infrastructure, whatever you want, right? If you want to create VPC, you can create. If you want to create S3, right, just give it there, just like we are doing scripting, right? In the Linux there is bash scripting. In the script file, we just write the script, and if we click on that file, right, then what happen, that script file, if we execute that script file, everything will be start running, and whatever we have just instructed in the script bash script file, okay, then the overall whatever, if you want to install something and delete something, right, so everything, all the tasks will be performed and you will get the desired output. So the same thing here also, right? So it use the CloudFormation, AWS CloudFormation basically use the template to create a stack, and that's by using that stack we can create the complete AWS infrastructure. So okay, so here is the stack, right? So just create the stack, and there are so many templates if you want to. Okay, if you have any template in S3 URL, then you can simply provide here the location of that S3 URL link, or simply you can upload the file, okay, YAML file and all the files, all the supported file that you want to upload. You can choose that file from your system and it will be uploaded. Then there is another option, right? So the template should be in JSON or YAML file. Okay, so yeah, there are two options. Then you can also choose the sample template. Okay, here you will get the sample template. Just choose any one of them. Okay, for Windows there are two templates. Here is WordPress blog. Okay, so anything you want to create, just want to choose one of them. Then there is another template, create template in designer. Okay, here also we can simply create template by using by going in that designer. So we simply need to design the template. Yeah, so it's quite easy. So okay, now just we need to create template in designer. So I'm giving a very small example that I'm creating a template which need to create S3 bucket, right? So yeah, I just want to add very simple. Okay, so no, this is EC2, so we can also create EC2, that's not an issue, but I want to create S3. Where is S3? So here is S3, right? So S3 bucket, and here is the bucket, right? You just need to copy and drag here, right? So here in the bottom you can see the JSON, it is in the JSON format. If you want to switch to YAML format, you can do this. Okay, so this is the YAML and this one is the JSON format. So we can choose any one of template language. So I'm choosing YAML, right? And then just go here, and here you can see the create stack, and we are good to create the stack. So yes, okay, so there is S3 bucket has been created, and you can see the URL of S3, right? So okay, then we can give the name of the stack my stack demo. IAM role. So yeah, everything is good, so we can roll back also. So yeah, let's create a stack. Okay, and the stack is created. And it is in progress. Okay guys, so it is still in progress. Okay, so the stack is completed. The name of the stack is this. Okay, and here you can see the description of the stack, right? Then event, this is the event, right? Then resources, this is the resource, this is the bucket name, this is the logical ID of the bucket name. Yeah, and the output, there is no output. Then parameters, then template, you can see the template here, so that is the template. Okay, it is in the YAML file. Your YAML file, it should be in code commit, right? Or this is the change set. So if we go to code commit, okay, now here is the code pipeline. Here is the repository, and so I guess it is not created in code commit, but where is it? Is showing completed. Okay, let me check to S3 bucket if the S3 bucket has been created or not. So we are going here. Here you can see my stack. Okay, and this bucket is created. So we can also add other resources, that is RDS, then DB, then we can create EC2, right, and VPC. So lot of steps, right? So we can also create load balancer, right? So a lot of steps we can do by using the template. So CloudFormation is all about creating the AWS structure, AWS infrastructure, okay, by using the template. So that is what I want to tell you. So if you want to add CloudFormation in code pipeline, then simply you need to do, where is code commit? Okay, so there is code commit, and here is the code pipeline. Okay, if I want to add here, okay, in the prod section, so for that I need to edit this pipeline. I go down, and here I can edit the states, and here I want to add, right, I want to add the action. So we simply add, give the name, so CloudFormation, okay, then cloud formation we want to deploy, right? Then input artifact, so the lambda artifact I'm taking as an input artifact. Then action mode, I just want to create and update a stack, right? Then the name of the stack, I have to create new stack, that is new stack. Okay, I'm writing here new stack. Okay, you can give any name. And then artifact name, so I'm taking this. Okay, and we can give the file name, right? So that artifact should be in YAML file, so I'm giving the file name, that is what artifact, no, cloud, okay, cloud formation art dot yml, you can give any name, right? So yeah, then you can also use the configuration file, that is optional, so if you want you can also use that. So like this is cloud formation config, so dot, so this time I'm giving JSON. Okay, so we can do both of them, we can use YAML or JSON. Then there is role, so if we don't choose any role, then nothing gonna happen. Then output file file name, so we can give any name, that is output artifact, right? No, this is output file, right? So this is the name of the output file, so I just copy this and here I paste and artifact, yes. Then in the advanced you can see parameter overrides. I don't want to put any overrides right now, so just want it to clear. Okay, so there is stack set. Okay, we can also create the role, we need to create a role for cloud formation. AWS cloud formation, now cloud formation, right? So just select this and next, right, go next and new cloud formation, so create the role. Now if we go to, where is, okay, here is only okay, again I have to do that step. Again I have to refresh this page. And edit this stage, here add new action, cloud formation deploy. Okay, now this is cloud formation. Now put artifacts, I'm taking it lambda artifact. Then the mode is update and create and update stack. The name of the stack should be new stack. I'm giving new name. Then artifact should be this, and deploy.yaml, right? If you want to, and if you don't want, that is fine with the configuration, that's okay. And with this new cloud formation, yeah, that just we have created the output result, output file, right? Artifact, and we don't need to add any advanced override, so yeah, we are good here. And now the cloud formation has been created. Here you can done this, and yes, save it. So now it will take a time, okay. So I released this, so again it will start from the first stage. So I pause this video for some time. Okay guys, so we have done this deployment, and here we can see that there is failed. Cloud formation deploy has failed, so it might be due to some configuration issue, so I need to check the configuration. Okay, so yeah, but I hope that you understand that what is cloud formation. That is what I wanted to tell you or explain you. So you understood that how to create this stack, right? And what is cloud formation? It will use the YAML file it will get the instruction from the YAML file, and it will do the needful, create the AWS infrastructure environment. So that is what the cloud formation is. So now I would like to explain you about the basic idea. I would like to tell you about AWS codestar. So now what is AWS? What is codestar? So codestar, again, codestar is like a deployment, right? It's a it automate the deployment. Like if we see the code pipeline, there what we do add some stages, right? We have to create IAM role, right? So a lot of steps we need to do. Eventually it will be automate the deployment. It will automate the deployment, that is fine, but before that we have to do so many steps manually, right? We have to create a complete pipeline. So here you can do the same, but you don't need to do anything manually. You don't need to do add stages and a lot of steps, okay? So so here we can read that AWS codestar enables you to quickly develop, right? It will quickly develop, build and deploy application on AWS, right? So this line is very important. It enables to quickly develop, build and deploy application on AWS. Now AWS codestar provides a unified user interface, enabling you to easily manage your software development activities in one place, right? With AWS codestar you can set up your entire continuous delivery toolchain in minute, right? It is a quick, right? If you want to create a pipeline quickly in a minute, okay, you don't want to think a lot, you don't want to create this and that, okay, you just want to deploy any application on EC2 instance, right? Any application on Lambda. So Okay, so in that case what you have to do, you simply you simply use the AWS codestar. Okay, so it allowing you to start releasing code faster. So yeah, so here what we have to do, we just need to create a project. It's very simple, right? And we have to select the template. For example, so here uh, it will ask you that what service you are using, AWS service. Okay, so where this is the computing, this is for the computing. So where I want to host the application, it is on EC2 instance, Lambda, or Elastic Beanstalk. So I'm using AWS EC2, right? Then the application type, okay, what type of application you want to deploy. So I'm using web application, right? And that web application uh, uses what kind of programming language. So for example, Python. Okay, so Python application needs to uh, upload on deploy on AWS EC2. So that's it is. Okay, so here you will get the search option, right? So here you get Python, Django, right? This is the web application. So just click here and go to next. We can do a Python app, right? This is project name. So this is repository name. Repository will be created in S3 bucket, in code commit. Okay, or you can simply create repository in GitHub if you have it. Okay, so I want to create repository with the name Python app in code commit. Now EC2 configuration. Okay, so it's okay with me, T2 micro type. Then the VPC, select one of the subnet in the VPC, and you can choose any key pair. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and here I acknowledge that I have accessed the private key file. That's it. So next, here is the review, and simply create the project. Okay, so the Python application will be successfully hosted on or deploy on EC2 instance, right? It will take some time to create that complete setup. Okay, so AWS codestar is setting up your project's resources, and this may take few minutes. Of course it will take a few minutes because there are lot of steps need to be set up. Okay, so complete pipeline will be created in a minute. So now here in the project activity, you can see that waiting for project provision, and if you go down, this is project resources, right? So this is project resources. And okay, so here is the IDE. IDE means you can here you can see you can edit the code. This is a kind of editor, right? Then okay, so Cloud9 and AWS code commit, then command line, utility, Visual Studio, Eclipse. Okay, these are the editors. Then repository, right? So this is the repository name. Okay, and the provider is code commit, right? So everything you will come to know. Then there is a pipeline not yet created, so that's why you cannot click on this part, pipeline. Then monitoring also, once it will deploy, the application will be deployed, then the monitoring will be in use. Okay, then if you have any issues, then we can check the if there is any issues, then there is an application we can add to the project, that is Jira, right? Okay, then we can also add the project members here in the team. So that also we can do, we can add the team members, right? So it's quite easy. And yeah, so if once we have completed the we have created the complete complete pipeline, then we can also do some changes as per the requirement, and we can make the desired output, we can create the desired application that we want. Okay, so that's what also is important. Okay, so it will take few minutes, so for now I pause this video. Okay guys, so it's actually taking too much time, that's why I tried to delete this this codestar project. Also I get this error, so it is not yet deleted. If I check this, so it is still the half of the application has been deployed and it is not successful. It took a lot of time, so it happens sometime due to some connectivity issue and all the stuffs. So what I do, I just I just go to North Virginia and I create codestar project in Northern Virginia. So yeah, we just need to follow the same step. So due to internet connectivity, it happens sometime. Internet connectivity. Let's check with different connection. Okay. It is taking too much time. Okay, so now we are in Northern Virginia, and here I'm going to create a project. First codestar project. Oh, okay. Okay, so here is the option. Selecting computing EC2 web application. Okay, then I'll go with PHP this time, PHP programming language, and web application. So okay, so I'll check with static website, right? So it will be deployed quickly as possible. Okay, but there is no result is showing, and here is okay. So HTML result, static website in HTML coding. So yeah, I click here and project is first codestar project. Then T2 VPC, okay, let's see how much time it will take. So this time it will take a lesser time than the application before, the Python application. So okay, I just need to wait. Okay guys, so you can see that the project provisioned. Okay, so it is successfully provisioned, and here the resources that use in this project is that IAM AWS IAM role. Then here is there are 4 roles, IAM roles. Then code pipeline, right? It use code pipeline, then it use code deploy, right? And then code commit, code build, cloudformation, and Amazon S3. So these are the resources used by the codestar to deploy HTML code on EC2 instance, right? So here, so okay, so they have not deploy on EC2 instance, they have directly deploy on S3. Okay, so static website they deploy on Amazon S3. So yes, okay, that is also possible. So yeah, you can do that. Okay, so here okay, so directly everything has done. And if we view application, okay, we cannot view the application. And access project code repository, we can see here. Okay, here is the repository, it is in AWS code commit. So if I go to code commit, so you can see the code. Okay, first codestar project, right? And if I click here, you can see that HTML code available here, that file. So it will take some time to load. So I have a poor internet connection, that's why it is taking too much time. And okay, then we have pipeline. The actual pipeline has been created. Oh god. Okay, so now it is showing. Okay, so here you can see build spec, okay, app spec file .yaml file, and this is template, okay, in JSON format. This is template for YAML format, right? This template is used by the cloudformation, okay. And yeah, that app spec build spec is it is used by, it is for the code build, right? And this is for code deploy. So okay, we need to check the pipeline, and here you can see the pipeline. So this is stage 1, that is source, run over. This is build, right? Code build is used. Then this is deploy, okay. So cloudformation they have used for deploy the code, and here is the cloudformation again, and here is AWS code deploy. So the code deploy has deployed the code on S3 bucket, and the static website, that option has been open. So if I go to S3 bucket, let's check S3. There is an option for static website. We need to enable that option, static host. Okay, unified search service is unavailable. Again, there is some connection issue. Okay guys, so I guess you I hope that you understand whatever I have done today, and the video I have created to show you the demo, to show you the demo that I had done today, the demo on cloudformation. What is cloudformation? You will get the basic idea, okay, and the basic idea that how to create a codestar project. Then there is, yeah, then there is some yeah, that how to invoke the lambda function as well. So I hope that you understand all the things on a basic level. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. Bye.